Test, test. Coach Chippy, test. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it all comes down to this U11AA final here at the Joe in Cole Harbor Place. My name is Theo Yatcher with High Button Sports. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. This one should be a good one. St. John's Caps all the way from Newfoundland taking on the Sackville Flyers. And a beautiful Monday morning, 8 a.m. What more can you ask for to start a beautiful Monday just like this? As we start off with the handshakes here. And in between the pipes for the St. John Caps is going to be number 31, Simon Russell. And for the Flyers, going to be number 31, Jordan Laidlaw. So both great goalies. Main reasons why these two teams are in the final. And we'll take a little short break here momentarily before puck drop to the High Button Sports. We'll be right back for the U11AA final here at the Joe. Thanks, guys. And we are all set, ladies and gentlemen. U11AA final here at the Joe in Cole Harbor Place. St. John Caps taking on the Sackville Flyers. Theo Yatcher on the call this morning as we are set and ready to go. As Moore tries to get that in deep right away for the Flyers. It comes back now in the neutral zone. Big battle here right in front of us. As this line has been great so far for the Caps. The Martins line. As they get that one deep, it's going to be an icing call. So our first whistle of the final so far is we are 19 seconds in. Faceoff is going to be on the right side of Simon Russell, who I mentioned before has been great all tournament. Big reason why this Newfoundland team is in the final, but Sackville wins the draw. Here is Moore trying to look for his options. The captain for this Flyers team, Moore. Keeps that one in and sends that one in deep. Heads down to number 8 is Hennessy. Hennessy battle in the corner. Same with Liam McKinnon. Both of them trying to get that puck in the slot to Moore. Here he is. Here's a chance now for McKinnon. Going around the net. Now pass up to the point. Here's a chance now for Croft. Plays that on along the half wall to McKinnon. Now down low to Hennessy, but that fumbled over his stick. So now Caps have a chance to come up the ice. Here is Cheater, the winger. He turns that one over. McKinnon puts it right back in and goes for a change. So fresh legs now out for the Flyers. Now here's a chance for Cheater once again. Cheater, he makes a nice little move. He has no visitors with him as that one is going to be stripped off the puck. So now Sackville Flyers trying to come up the ice here. Now here is Whittler. Excuse me, that is Whittleton. Whittleton turns that one over at the offensive blue line. Whittleton tried to get it right back, couldn't quite get it deep. St. John Caps trying to get in deep, and they do. On the forecheck here for the Caps is Brown. Brown trying to beat Dempsey there, couldn't do so. That chips along the wall, but that one is kept in. As there's a big collision there at the blue line. Sackville parents wanted a call on that one, didn't get it. Dempsey tries to get it out as he didn't get enough hot sauce on that pass to clear. And now here's a chance for number 10 there was Barnes as he couldn't quite get a shot off. But now here's a chance for White in the slot. That one gets blocked. Close chance there. Another shot there from Brown. That one also gets blocked. And now Sackville tries to come back the other way. But that one's turned over there by the defenseman Lewis for the Caps. Lewis walks in. That one gets turned over as he tried to drop that one. Now here's a partial 2-on-1 here for the Flyers to open up the scoring. He has Ashcroft right in the slot. Here's a shot on. Oh, what a save there from Russell. Simon Russell with his best stop of the morning so far. What a chance there for Ashcroft all alone in the slot. As he didn't get all of that one. Russell making a big pad stop. Keeping this a scoreless hockey game here with 9:31 left to go in this first period. Flyers win the draw. They send that one to Bergfins. Bergfins plays it safe as she gets that one in deep. Now Pike, he tries to rim that one around the wall. Good forecheck here from the Flyers once again. As Lachlan Burke turns that one over, but Sackville tries to regroup in the neutral zone. As Bergfins sends that one up ice, turns over. Now a little bit of ping pong effect going back and forth here in the neutral zone, but here is Burke. Burke trying to drive wide here is trying to put that one in the slot, but that one gets turned over there by O'Reilly Hiller. Now here is Wilson. Wilson all alone, trying to find a trailer. He's trying to get in deep, but that one gets turned over once again. Now Sackville coming back the other way. Here is Moore driving wide right side. Moore, he hits the brakes. Moore trying to find a trailer again, but Hennessy couldn't quite cradle all of that one. And now St. John Caps try to go up the other way as Walsh fumbled that one. That could have been a close break there for Walsh and the St. John Caps to open up the scoring. Now here's Pike, the captain, sends that one across. Good back check here, though, from Heath Dempsey. Dempsey now around his own net, trying to find the winger for an outlet pass. And they do. Here comes the Sackville Flyers the other way. Here's Hennessy making a nice little move. Hennessy on a partial break. He gets hooked. Shot on. Oh, what a chance there. But we're going to see our first power play of this one. Great job there from Hennessy to draw that in the box for the Caps. It's going to be the assistant captain, number 9, Walsh. Or excuse me, number 8. Nope, I was right the first time. Still early here, folks. Cole Harbor. So it is Walsh in the box for hooking. So huge chance now for the Flyers to open up the scoring on their first power play of the day. As Caps win the draw. They rim that one around the wall, kept in there by Forbes. Forbes with a shot. That gets blocked there by his own teammate Moore. But now St. John Caps. They're going to send that one down the ice. Picking it up now is Dempsey. Dempsey making a nice little move around his own net against Brown. Dempsey, he wants to go for a little skate as he has some ice in front of him. Dempsey still with it. Shot on. Nice save there from Russell. Big rebound, but Pike's there to clean that one up. Still can't quite get it out, though. Now another chance in front, but good defensive play there from the Caps to clear that one out of harm's way. So now picking up here is Brody Coughlin. Coughlin making a nice little move in the corner. Coughlin plays it up along the strong side there as Pike tries to send that one down the ice. That hits a skate. Now Sackville regroups in the neutral zone. Here is Bergfins. Bergfins tries to send that one up ice. Now big battle right in front of us here once again. But now Sackville coming back the other way. Here's a chance now for Blackwells. That one is on Russell, and he covers that one up with 6 45 left to go in this first period. 46 seconds left to go in the man advantage for the Flyers. Face-off going to be on the left side here of Russell, as he's been making big saves early on here. So Whittleton's going to take the draw for the Flyers as he wins that one cleanly. The Sackville Flyers are all set up. Shot on there, and that one just goes wide. Berkfin's trying to hold the blue line, and does. Now Burke with it. Burke making a nice little move. Here's Burke. Shot on. That one hit a body. That was a block there from Cheater. Caps had a chance to clear, but kept in. Here's a chance now for number 15, Heath Dempsey. He sends it down low to Blackwell. Blackwell now plays it and cycles it down low to Burke with a shot on that one. Gets blocked there by Nash. But now here's Blackwell. Sends it to Burke once again. But nice stick there from Martin to clear that one out of harm's way. So 2 seconds left to go in the man advantage. So back to even strike we go. What a kill there from the Newfoundland team, the St. John Caps. Maybe that'll give them some momentum at the end of this first period. Here is Winters. He just sends that one in deep for the Caps, as now they are in the O zone. Tizard tries to hold the blue line and does. He sends it in deep. Pike's there on the forecheck. Helping him out is Winter. Now to Pike. Down low. Pike still with it. The captain here of the Caps makes a nice pass in the slot. Oh, what a save there from Laidlaw. Right in the slot. What a shot there from Wilson. Now Winter tries to collect that after that cycle there from Pike. Winter still bound for it. Try to see Wilson, but that one gets turned over. And now they're going to have to regroup in the neutral zone and try to send it in deep. Flyers now with possession of their own end. Berkfins tries to send that one up ice. Here's Tizard. He sends that one up on the strong side. Now Lewis with it. Plays it to Tizard, his D partner. So that's going to be right to Berkfins once again. And a lot of back and forth here in this neutral zone, as that's going to be a offside. And sorry, folks, as the clock, some malfunctions there. It was 4:42 now left to go in this first period. So face-off outside the St. John Caps end, as Martin wins the draw to Pike. Pike off a weird bounce there from the boards, goes right to the defensewoman. There was number 2, Vincent O'Reilly Hiller. This now goes right back in deep there for the Flyers. Walsh tries to pick that one up along the wall, but kept in there by Dempsey. Dempsey sends it down low to Hennessy now. Hennessy getting some help there from his teammate there is Liam McKinnon. But now here is Martin for the Caps. The assistant captain tries to play it to Cheater, but no, that one's kept in there by Moore. This line has been great on the forecheck in these first couple minutes of the first period. Down to 4 minutes though. Just remember, folks, these periods go by pretty quick. 3 12-minute periods here at the Joe. If you are just tuning in, my name is Theo Iatri with High Button Sports. Thank you so much for sticking around. As always, the U11AA Final here at the Joe Memorial. Now Moore keeps it in, puts it on in the slot. As that one's blocked there by his own teammate McKinnon, as Dempsey's been out there for quite some time now, but holds the blue line well as he gets tripped up, wanted a call but didn't get it, and that's going to be sent all the way down the ice, and this is going to be an icing call against the Caps. So 3:15 now left to go in this first period. Face-off going to be on the left side of Simon Russell. Taking the draw is going to be number 22, Whittleton, for the Flyers. Against Brown here. So Brown's going to get kicked out of the draw. Some miscommunication here from the Caps, so it's going to be White taking the draw now as a winger, as he loses that one. Good clean win there from Whittleton. So he tried to play that one in front there was Ashcroft. Couldn't do so. Kept in though. And number 12 there is Brody Coughlin. Now back in deep Flyers on the forecheck here against Pike. Here's a wraparound chance. Nice defensive play there from Lewis. Now here is White. White tries to send that one out, and they do, but Sackville sent it right back in. Sackville Flyers forecheck has been relentless so far in this first period. St. John Caps not getting a lot of good looks on the other side here on Jordan Laidlaw, as it is pretty much all Flyers right now. Here's a chance now for Brown to get up ice. Brown trying to drive wide, makes a nice little move, but even better defensive play there from Coughlin to go up the strong side to Burke. Burke tried to make a nice little tipsy dangle move, and still with it now. Here is Burke. Burke try to drop past that one. There's a big collision there at the blue line with Tizard, and that's going to be turned over there. So Sackville with possession once again. Ashcroft, he gets a piece of that one and gets it in deep. 1:54 left to go in this first period, ladies and gentlemen. Tizard rims that one around the wall to Pike. Pike tries to get it out, kept in there by Dempsey with a shot on. Nice save there from Russell, still loose, as he didn't cover that one up cleanly. Close chance there for the Flyers to take advantage of that turnover there. As now Burke tries to hold the blue line. They send that one in deep. Here's Tizard with it. He plays that one across. Number 10 there is Barnes. Now Bishop sends that one in deep. 1:15 now left to go. So that one also gets turned over, and Sackville Flyers getting in deep once again. Lewis picks it up in his own end. He rims that one around the wall, try to get it to Winter, kept in there by Dempsey. Now Caps with a chance to get a clean breakout here, as that's going to be sent all the way down the ice. This could be a potential icing here, but not enough hot sauce for it. So Wilson takes advantage of that non-call there, as Wilson is the first one on it. Here is Pike. He cycles it down low, try to see Wilson. That one gets turned over there by Bergfence. As now Sackville gets it out. Here's a chance now before the period expires, but great back check there from Pike. Keep that one out of harm's way as Winter makes a nice pass up to the centerman, Pike. Pike hits the red line and gets it in deep. 20 seconds now left to go here, ladies and gentlemen. The first period still remains scoreless. It's the Sackville Flyers and the St. John's Caps. Here is Moore. Moore with a shot on, but linesman blew it dead for an offside. So 9 seconds remaining now in this first. Face-off going to be outside the Caps end. The Sackville Flyers going to try to draw something up here before the period expires. There's good win there from the Caps as Martin won that one. Now here's a chance now for Cheater with 3 seconds left to Martin. Oh, what a save there from Jordan Laidlaw. Could have been a buzzer beater moment there, but Jordan Laidlaw says absolutely not. We're going to keep this game scoreless. What a great first period. High intensity on High Blend Sports. Theo Yatra on the call. We'll be right back for second period action. Thanks, guys. All right, folks, welcome back for second period action between the St. John's Caps and the Sackville Flyers in the U11AA Final here at the Joe. Still no score yet, as both teams are figuring each other out. This is the first time these two teams have played against each other. So it has been an interesting one, to say the least, as Sackville has been doing a great job on the forecheck, dog on the bone mentality, to say the least. Here's an example of that one. Here's Dempsey. Dempsey, shot on. Nice save, rebound, chance, it's loose. Oh, what a save there from Russell. Oh, what a block there from Martin as well. As Dempsey looking up to the sky in disbelief. Couldn't believe he couldn't put that one away. Great save there from Russell to keep this game scoreless. As the faceoff is going to be on the left side now of Russell. Burke's going to take the draw against Pike. As linesman is going to kick out the centerman here. So Coughlin, the defenseman, is going to take the draw. He's tied up there with Martin. It's now Hennessy. Rims that one around the wall to Coughlin. He just plays it safe and gets it in deep. Now on the forecheck there is Burke. Caps having a hard time getting this one out. Here's a chance in front, and Russell's going to poke that one away. Now Wilson tries to chip that one up ice, but good back check there from Coughlin to interrupt that breakaway opportunity there. But now here is Burke. He's been great all day, especially offensively. Look at him go. Great hands, but that one gets poked away as St. John Caps rim that one around the wall. And here's the chance now for Walsh. Walsh just puts it on net, as that one's a hard save there for Jordan Laylaw as he wants to play it, however. And they go up the ice. Nice play there from Burke Vince to see Burke as he makes a nice little toe drag move, but offside. So there's some pushing and shoving after the whistle. The intensity's picking up here. In this second period, you can tell these teams really don't like each other now. And how could you in the final, that's for sure. The Nova Scotians taking on the Newfoundland squad. As no bias here, but probably the nicest people on earth on both sides, the Nova Scotians and the Newfoundlands. But these two teams really don't like each other, that is for sure. As here's Dempsey now, trying to play that one in front. That one gets broken up there as White tries to get that one out, does, but Forbes takes it away. But he fell over, but Forbes, the last second reaction, he plays that one out ice on his knees there. And now here is Brown. He tries to hit the red line. He gets it in deep. And now Dempsey rims it around to Forbes, but a weird bounce. But now Dempsey gets it right back as he makes a nice little move in front of the slot. Here is Dempsey. He has trailers as here's a chance now for McKinnon. Oh, what a save! Simon Russell with a highlight reel robbery here at the Joe. As you folks are going to have to play that one back. Wow, what a save from Simon Russell. As the cops aren't here yet, but they should be here soon. What a robbery from Simon Russell with the leather on McKinnon, as this game still remains scoreless here at the Joe. St. John Caps try to play that one along the strong side. As here is Martin, as it was in his feet, couldn't quite find that one. But now here's a chance now for Wilton with a nice easy save there from Russell as he steers that one aside. Now here's Blackwell. Blackwell on his backhand, couldn't quite get a shot off. Now Caps coming back the other way. Nice little play here from Wilson. Wilson now with a shot on. That one goes way wide. Now Pike tries to hold the blue line. Martin helping him out as well. So there's a big scrum now right in front of the Caps bench. As here is Martin. Making a nice little move. Martin now tries to play that one in front. Oh, couldn't quite get a shot off. Another chance in front for Martin, but he couldn't bury that one home. 8:42 now left to go in this second period. Back and forth action here. The U15 AA final as Pike, he almost turned that one over, now does, as Wilton sends that one in deep. Now Ashcroft, now to Dempsey with a shot on. That one gets blocked there by Pike once again. Now Blackwell tries to play that one in front, and Russell covers it up after some pushing, shoving after the whistle. It looks like Russell's hurt there a little bit as he's favoring his hand. It looks like he got slashed after him trying to cover that one up. So it looks like he is all good as he's getting some props from his D-man. So 8:14 left to go in this second period. Face-off one there by the Flyers. Dempsey trying to hold the blue line, but it comes back the other way. Here's a chance now for the Caps. Walsh on a partial break to open up the score, but what a back check there from Burke to lift the stick. The forward coming back all the way to break up that chance, and now Sackville comes back the other way now. Here's Coughlin. As there's going to be a penalty coming up, it looks like it's going to be against the Flyers. It's going to be a tripping call. No, excuse me, against the Caps. So the captain, Pike, is going to go in the box for tripping. Didn't quite see it as the play was a little behind me. But it all started with a great back check there from Burke. As Bishop was all alone. And Burke coming out of nowhere to lift the stick. And that's what wins championships right there, ladies and gentlemen. As there's 7:50 left to go. Sackville Flyers getting their second power play of the day here. As Coughlin trying to receive that pass. That one gets broken up there by Martin as they send it in deep. Now here is Forbes. Forbes going to rim that one around to McKinnon. McKinnon getting pressure there by Martin. McKinnon chips that one up ice. Now here is the captain, Moore. Moore trying to do a little dipsy doodle. Keeps him on the outside there, was cheating. Now a chance in front. Oh, what a save there from Russell once again as he steers that one aside. Now, big collision there from Martin on number 8, Hennessy. Now McKinnon cycling it down low. Pike getting pressed there. Excuse me, that is Walsh. But now Moore comes up with it, makes a nice pass up. Or he fooled me. Pass it up this time up to Coughlin, but he turns that one over. Now Sackville ties up there, and now Coughlin coming up with it. He drives wide. He gets hooked. No call. Coughlin cycling it down low to Moore. Moore trying to set things up here around the net, trying to get a wraparound chance, but Pike does a good job of clearing that one out of harm's way. Now Forbes sends it in deep. St. John Caps have a chance to clear it, and they do. So now Wilton sends that up to Blackwell. Blackwell tried to chip into himself there, but couldn't do so. As now here is Forbes. Forbes sends it in deep. Cheater now. Number 8. Getting pressed there by McDonald. Logan McDonald trying to look for his options. Still with it. Logan McDonald holding on to it as he coughed that one up to Martin. Martin, as Brown comes out of the box there for a chance on the breakaway, but that had a little too much hot sauce on it, and we're back to even strength here, ladies and gentlemen. What a great kill there for the second time this morning from the St. John's Caps. Now St. John Caps try to spring it to number 19. There was Brown. That one gets broken up. Now here's a chance for Hennessy, but a good back check and a good defensive play there from Pike to break that one up. 5:13 now left to go in this first period, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a chance now for Burke. Burke shot on. That one goes way wide off the glass. Now Coughlin tries to keep that one in, but it comes back the other way. Here's a chance for Brown on a one-on-one opportunity. Another great back check there from Burke, as he has been great defensively here. Here's a chance now for number 10 is Barnes, as there's some pushing and shoving behind us here, as they're going to call that one. So both of them are going to go. So you folks couldn't quite see it, but it's going to stay 5-on-5 with Burke and Brown going to the box. So, like I said before, it's starting to heat up here at Cole Harbour Place, that is for sure. Both teams really not like each other, as we're going to have a goalie switch here. So Simon Russell playing his heart out. is going to go off, and here comes Noah O'Brien in between the pipes for Caps, and then goalie change for the Flyers. Jordan Laylaw going to come out for Henry Hunter. So both new goalies here. Let's see what they can do the second half of this one. Here is Lewis. They play that one in deep. Pike. Trying to play in this slot. Here's a chance now for Walsh. What a save. Rebound chance. Oh, great save there for Henry Hunter, excuse me. As McKinnon with a big hit there. Now here comes Hennessy the other way for the Flyers. Hennessy. Try to play that one in front. McKinnon trying to help him out, but that one gets broken up. And now Walsh coming back the other way. Here is Walsh. Try to play that one up ice. Now Pike, the captain here of the St. John Caps, want to go for a little skate as he has some ice in front of him. Here is Pike making a nice little move around McKinnon. But that one gets shipped out. Now McKinnon hits the red line and gets in deep and goes for a change. Whole new line now out for the Flyers. Here comes the Caps. Sends that one up to Martin. Martin now walks in, shot on. That one goes way wide. Now Nash tries to keep it in, but he lost it. As now Sackville coming back the other way. Here's a chance now for Whittleton. Whittleton driving wide, cuts in. Another chance in front as that one just goes wide. Close chance there for the Flyers. As Henry Hunter and Noah O'Brien getting their first stops early on both sides. But now here is Cheater. Cheater sends that up to White. White now tries to play that one up ice. Now they go. Here's a chance now to open up the score. He scores! The St. John Caps open up the scoring here thanks to number 19 is Brown. What a goal there. From Brown. As the St. John Caps have a 1-0 lead. As it seemed like it was all Flyers in this first half. But now the St. John Caps, the visiting team, have the momentum right now. As they open up the score with a great goal there from Brown. What a great shot, not much. Henry Hunter could do there, that is for sure. But now here is Burke. He tries to keep that one in. Now comes back the other way. Here's a chance now for Wilson, but great defensive play there from Vokey. Now that's going to be sent all the way down the ice. Here is Wilson. Wilson, the shot on. Oh, try to play it to Martin, excuse me. But it fumbled over his stick. Now, here's a chance for the Flyers to get up ice. Here's a chance out for McKinnon. He's been having a great day of hockey, to say the least, getting a lot of pucks on the St. John Caps goalies. Great forechecker as well. But now here is Dempsey. As he has some time in the neutral zone. Dempsey plays that one across, tape-to-tape pass. Right to number 13 there was Bishop. Now Bishop with the shot on. That fumbled off a stick. 90 seconds now remaining here in this second period. Lewis getting pressed there. Can't do much as he's getting help there from Martin. But now Lewis gets it right back. Makes a nice pass up to the winger. Here to number 14 is Winter. Winter trying to hit the red line, getting it deep. But he gets taken away there by Forbes. Now Bishop gets that one out. But good back check there from Martin to take that one away. Here is Martin. Martin walks in. Shot on, scores! The St. John's Caps are up 2. Wow. It all started with Martin on the back check to strip the puck away right in the neutral zone, and he came right back into the O-zone with a great shot, one of the best shots in the U15AA Joe tournament, to say the least. And Charlie Martin, the assistant captain of the Caps, makes it 2-0, the visiting squad, all the way from Newfoundland, as they didn't come here for nothing. That is for sure, as they are up 2 with 52 seconds now left to go in the second period. Here is Brown. Tries to send that one up to White. That one gets turned over. Now here's a chance for Burke. Burke with a shot on. That one goes wide. Now big battle here along the boards. Kept in there by Sackville. Here's a chance now for Burke, as that one just went wide right over Noah O'Brien's head. As now here comes Newfoundland once again. Brown, partial 2-on-1. Brown with a shot on. Nice save there from Henry Hunter, one of his best stops of the morning so far. Here's Burke. Plays that up to Moore, but that fumbles over his stick. Now Newfoundland coming back the other way. Here is White. White plays up to Brown, but that's going to do it for the second period, folks. Theo Yach with High Bud Sports. St. John Caps have a 2-0 lead here in the U15AA Joe Memorial Tournament. We'll be right back. Thanks, guys. All right, folks, welcome back for third period action here in the U15AA final here at the Joe. The St. John Caps have a 2-0 lead over the Sackville Flyers, as this one has been a great one, to say the least. And here's the first goal scorer, Cheater, as he wants another one. Cheater on the backhand off the crossbar. Close chance there. As I said, at first it was Brown that initially scored, but it was Cheater, so sorry about that mix up there. But now Walsh sends it in deep. Here is Dempsey, who's been awfully good in this game for the Flyers. Has been all over the ice defensively and especially offensively as a D-man. But now here he is once again. Dempsey, he has some ice in front of him. Want to go for a little skate. So he almost got that puck strip. Martin, the latest goal scorer there for the Caps, tries to take that one away. Here is Dempsey, still with it. But good back check there from Martin to break it up, but he turns it over. As now here is Moore. Couldn't quite get around there against Vincent O'Reilly Hillier. He rims that one around the wall. Here come the St. John Caps once again as they send that one in deep. Here's a chance now for Liam McKenna. He tries to play that one in front. That one gets broken up, and now the Flyers come back the other way. Here is Moore. He has nobody with him. Moore. He gets that one taken away there by Tizard. With a great defensive play. Now here comes Wilson the other way. Wilson trying to drive wide against Coughlin. Couldn't do so. Good defensive play there from number 12. Martin. Try to play that one in front. Here he is, Martin. Spinorama move. Trying to get in front. That one is back along the boards here. Here is Tizard. He couldn't hold the blue line, so they're going to have to regroup. So here is Forbes. Sends that one across. McDonald can go ahead and get it out, but it was offside either way. So Folks, it is a 15-minute third period, so 13:03 left to go there. Sorry about that one, but so face-off one there by the Flyers. One team wanted the clock to go slower, the other team wanted to go faster. That one sent across right to Barnes. Barnes driving wide, tries to play it in front. Good defensive play there from Burke. As he gets tripped up, so it's going to be a penalty coming up against the St. John Caps. So Sackville Flyers are going to get their third power play of the morning. So in the box, it's going to be number 19 is Brown. So huge power play for this Sackville Flyers team. Try to get it within one. 12:37 now left to go in this third period. Face-off one there by the Caps, thanks to Pike. Now Pike, he gets tripped up, tries to get it out. Walsh there, and he does. Here is Dempsey now, got to pick it up in his own end. Dempsey, oh, that was a close turnover there, but now here is Moore. It's in his feet, gets it right back. Here is the captain, Moore, driving wide. Tries to play that one in front. That one gets stripped away there by Pike, and he sends it all the way down the ice, and he goes for a change. So great penalty kill so far from Pike and the St. John Caps. That's going to be sent all the way down the ice right to Hennessy. Hennessy hits the brakes, looks for a trailer. Hennessy tries to play in the slot, but goes right to Bergfins. Bergfins now cycling it down low, try to see more. That one gets taken away, but Dempsey holds the blue line. Now down low. That one gets taken away there by Cheater. Sends it up to Martin. Both the two goal scorers on the Caps team out there on this penalty kill with 48 seconds left to go in the man advantage for the Flyers. Now here is Moore with a shot on. That got blocked. Now here is Pike. He sends that one down the ice. So Forbes is going to have to pick it up. Half a minute now left to go in the man advantage for the Flyers. Forbes picking it up down low. Sends it up on the strong side. Now big collision there at center ice. Forbes sends it to his D-man there is Coughlin. Coughlin driving wide. He's got some wheels. Coughlin now still with it around the net. Plays it up to Forbes. Forbes now with a shot on. Rebound chance, and that's saved there by Mr. Noah O'Brien, who's been impeccable in this one, in the second half of the game. Face-off going to be on the right side of O'Brien. So taking the draw is going to be Burke here. Face-off one there by the Flyers, but lost it for a moment there. Big battle, Hemdall on the boards. Here is Burke. Burke now looking for his options, makes a nice little move. Burke still with it. Burke with a shot on. Oh, what a save there from O'Brien. Great hands there from Burke. But this game still remains scoreless as now here's Forbes. He holds the blue line. Sends it down low to Bishop. Bishop now cycling it down low to Burke. Burke with it. Make a nice little move around the net, but now Brown gets that one taken away. So Wilson still with it. Want to go for a little skate here. Here is Wilson. Shot on. Oh, what a save there from Henry Hunter. Last second reaction save on that one. But now here come the Flyers the other way. Coughlin. Get a nice little move as he sends it in deep. Pike's there on the back check. The centerman. Now Brown. He can't quite get it out. Kept in there by Dempsey. He's in the feet of Barnes there. Dempsey keeps it in. Now here's a chance for Bishop in the slot. Got a shot off, but he fanned on it. But now here is Blackwell. Blackwell tried to get a shot off. That one gets broken up. Now here is Walsh. Walsh with a shot on. That one hit the glove of Coughlin there. That one looked like it stung, but it looked like it didn't really affect him. Hockey player mentality, especially here in the finals. Nothing hurts right now for these players as there is 8:55 left to go in this third period. Time is ticking here for the home squad, the Sackville Flyers. Here's a chance now for Whittleton. Whittleton driving wide, but good defensive play there from number 2, Vincent O'Reilly Hillier. Now another chance in front and a great save there from O'Brien. Noah O'Brien, calm, cool, collected in this third period. Face-off going to be on the right side of O'Brien. Here is Hennessy now. Now here is White. Sends that one all the way down. Dempsey picks it up. Now here is Pike. Sends that up to Winter. That one gets taken away there by Dempsey as he keeps that one in. Now Moore with it. Looking for his options. Sends that one up ice. But that one gets blocked. But now here comes the Caps the other way to make it 3-0. Here's a chance for his second of the day. Scores! St. John Caps up 3-0 thanks to the assistant captain, Charlie Martin, make it 3-0. Charlie Martin making himself known here at the Joe. And Cole Harbour, as the Sackville Flyers have dug themselves into a bigger hole here with 8 minutes left to go exactly, as they need to get something going desperately. Now St. John Caps probably playing a little conservative now, as they are down 3 trying to play simple hockey. Here is Brown. That one gets taken away. Here is Burke. Burke making a nice little move. Here's a chance now. Burke, chance, scores! Oh! I thought that went in for sure, but I guess not. Still early here. Cole Harbour, as I might have not seen that correctly, but it went off the bar, that is for sure. As that's going to be sent all the way down. Burke getting a lot of good looks here in the final. Just can't buy a goal. You guys might have to replay that one to see if it went in or not. Not the best angle up here, but you never know. So face-off going to be on the left side here of Henry Hunter, who's been great here for the Flyers. Not much he could do about that latest goal from Martin. As one of the fastest guys in this division, has a great shot too. So definitely hard to play against Charlie Martin, that is for sure. But now 7 minutes left to go in this third period. Here's a chance for the Caps one more time to ice it, but that is back here with the Flyers. Here's a chance now for Heath Dempsey. Or excuse me, folks, that was Blackwell there on the forecheck. Helping him out there is Whittleton. 6:40 left to go. Here is Blackwell trying to play that one in front. Now Dempsey with it. Shot on. Rebound chance. Oh, what a save there from O'Brien. Noah O'Brien making back-to-back great saves there. As this game still remains 3-0. As it looks like there's going to be a penalty coming up. So it's going to be a roughing call. So a huge power play once again for the Flyers. So in the box for the Caps is going to be number 8, Cheater, for a roughing call after the whistle. So now Sackville with a big chance here to make it within 2. As that's going to be sent all the way down. Here is Forbes picking up in the neutral zone to Moore. Moore, he coughed that one up to late offside here, and they're going to call that one and blow it dead. So face-off going to be outside the Caps end. Face-off one there by the Caps. As they send that one in deep, Pike gonna have to pick that one up in his own end. Here is Pike. Sends that one all the way down the ice. So Martin with his speed wheels as he gets hit. Wanted to call as he's the first one to it, however. Here is Martin. Just wasting a bunch of time on the clock. Martin gets some claps here from the Caps fans. Martin still with it against two of the Sackville Flyers players. Martin wasted a whole bunch of time as there is now a minute left to go. And this penalty for the Caps. Here is Hennessy now driving wide. Hennessy has a chance, and what a save there from O'Brien. Big juicy rebound in front. That one gets cleared away. Now here's a chance now for Coughlin. Coughlin walks in on his backhand now. He takes a bump on his knees, gets up. Couldn't quite get behind Martin, but now Martin takes that one away and sends it down the ice. The assistant captain, Charlie Martin, great offensively, and even better defensively, as that one is back in the Flyers' end with 20 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Here is Winter. He couldn't quite get in deep. That one gets sent down. Here the Berkfins, the assistant captain, plays that one up on the strong side. As that fumbled over a Caps player stick to Whittleton now. Whittleton shot on and covered up there by O'Brien. 4:37 left to go. Time is really ticking here for the Flyers. 2 seconds left in the Flyers power play. So Whittleton's going to take the draw as Burke standing above the circle, trying to get a shot off right away maybe. Now it goes back to the hash marks, now back up top, but Whittleton loses that draw. Pike rims it around the wall, so that will do it for the man advantage there for the Flyers. Berkfins, or excuse me, this is Dempsey. Dempsey now, he gets hooked. No call there as Dempsey's still with it. Try to play that one in front. Here's a chance. Oh, what a chance there for Burke, but it hit his stick in front. Now Dempsey still with it. In the slot now. That one gets blocked there by Winter. Caps doing everything they can to get it out. As now here is Pike. He tries to send that one up ice. A good back check there from Dempsey to break that one up. Now here is Burke. Burke, he gets run over there, so it's going to be another penalty, it looks like. So both of them are going to go. So first it was a Caps. Penalty, but then Burke is going to go to the box there for a slash after that hit. So it's still going to remain 5-on-5. So back to 5-on-5 here with 3:55 left to go in this one. Here is Wilson. He gets that stripped away there. That one's going to be sent all the way down as now Forbes with it. Forbes plays that one up on the long, strong side there. Try to see McKinnon. That gets broken up there by Lewis. Here is Barnes. That one gets taken away. Moore now trying to get up ice. As I'll keep you updated whenever Henry Hunter comes out of his net to add the extra attacker. Moore in the corner. Still with it now is now McKinnon. Tries to play that one up to his D-man. Now Pike sends that one out as Wilson's trying to get there first. Good back check there from Moore, but an even bigger hit as that's going to be a penalty for sure there. So the captain, Moore, going to go in the box. So we'll see what the call is, but either way, it looks like one of the Caps players is down still from that hit. So hopefully he is all right as the coach is going to help. So it looks like the coach from the Flyers and he's upset about that call, but bias obviously over here, but it looked like a pretty clear penalty there, as it looks like Wilson was the one who got hurt there, as he's getting up on his own, which is a great sign, getting some help there from his teammates. So that is great to see. We'll keep you updated if he returns back in these last couple minutes here. Wilson had a great day all over the ice. Great for a checker. Loves to use his body a little bit, but like I said, we'll keep you updated if he returns back. So Martin's line back out for the Caps. 3:04 left to go. Power play here for the Caps. So if they score here, that'll pretty much ice it. Sackville Flyers need to get up the ice pretty quick here. Short-handed, but now here's Pike with a shot on. That one got blocked. Now here is Tizard. Try to get a shot off. And now here is Whittleton. Whittleton now still with it. Whittleton want to get a short-handed goal here. Whittleton with his shot that gets blocked there by Tizard. But now coming up the ice. Here's a chance now for Pike. Pike want to go for the skate. Pike still with it. Shot on. That one gets steered aside there by Henry Hunter. Here's a chance now for Burkfence. She rims that one around to number 22, Whittleton. Now up the ice. Here is Blackwell. 2:10 now left to go in this third period. Time is really ticking here for the Flyers. Burkfence coming up to collect it in her own end. Burkfence rims it around the wall to Dempsey. Gets taken away there by Nash. Nash just plays it safe and gets in deep. Simple hockey here for the Caps in these past couple minutes. Not causing anything up the middle. As now Sackville tries to send that one in deep, and they do. So now Sackville Flyers trying to go on the forecheck with 30 seconds remaining in the man advantage for the Caps. 90 seconds remaining here in the third period. Here is Pike. Pike coming up the ice here. Pike still with it. He makes a nice pass up to Barnes, but that fumbled over his stick. As Barnes was the trailer there. Would have been all alone, kind of, if he received that pass. But now 1:08 remaining here in the final here, folks. Here we at you with High Button Sports. What a game this has been. As now here's a chance for Moore in the slot. Moore hits the brakes. On top of the slot now. Moore trying to get a shot off the post. Close chance there for the captain to make it within 2. And that's going to be an icing call against the Caps. So, wow, what a chance there for the captain. As he can't buy a goal this morning. Having a great day. Doing everything I can offensively. But still remains 3-0 here with 43 seconds left. Face-off going to be on the left side of Noah O'Brien. Face-off won there by Martin. As there's a big collision there in the corner. Sackville digging behind the net of O'Brien. Less than half a minute now left to go. Here's a chance now as Hennessy tried to play that one in the slot. That one got broken up. Here is Cheater. Cheater trying to send it out. Couldn't do so. 13 seconds left as Caps are smelling victory here as they send that one all the way down the ice. They are itching to throw their gloves and helmets off in 3 seconds. The St. John's Caps from Newfoundland are your U11AA Joe Memorial champions. What a game between these two. The Caps win this one against the Flyers, but these guys too are right. Deserve to keep their heads held high as they fought right to the very end. As you guys saw it, definitely something to be proud of. So the coaches and the rest of the Flyers, great job. As I'm sure they'll win a couple more tournaments after this one, that's for sure, as this is not the end for this group. But congratulations to this Newfoundland team, the St. John's Caps. As they didn't come here for nothing, that is for sure. Theo Yatru with High Button Sports, thank you so much for sticking around. What a shout out from Noah O'Brien and Simon Russell, of course, as they dabbing each other up. Victory there, but we'll stick around here for the ceremony. We'll keep the live going, but that's enough for me. Don't have to hear my annoying voice anymore. So Theo Yatru, High Button Sports, thank you so much for tuning in. But Charlie Martin with 2 goals in this one gets the player of the game for the Caps. Definitely earned that one. It was great offensively, of course, but you saw on the penalty kill, he was great defensively as well. And now for the Sackville Flyers, the D-man, Ryan Dempsey, who was impeccable for this Flyers team, did everything he could. So Russell is going to get the player of the game for the Caps, as he played great in the first half of the game, as he had a great glove save in one of the first periods, or maybe second, I can't remember now, but either way, what a great game between these two. So we'll keep the ceremony running. Theo Yatru, High Button Sports. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one.
Number 6, Logan McDonald. Number 7, Lachlan Burke. Number 8, Raynard Hennessy. Number 12, Brody Coughlin. Number 13, Drew Bishop. Number 14, Liam McKinnon. Number 16, Liam Blackwell. Number 17, Griffin Moore. Number 22, Gabriel Wilson. Number 2, Peyton Godin. Number 3, Riley Furman. Number 4, Mason Ford. 31, Jordan Laidlaw. Number 35, Henry Temple. And staff includes Brandon Moore, Matthew Hunter, Matthew Middleton, and Roy Dempsey. The St. John's Cats, number 5, Nate Wilson. Number 7, Henry White. Number 9, Ryan Wall. Number 10, Max Barnes. Number 11, Katie Kite. Number 14, George Winter. Number 15, James Cheater. Number 17, Charlie Martin. Number 19, Aiden Brown. Number 2, Vincent O'Reilly Video. Number 3, Henry Nash. Number 4, William Lewis. Number 8, Joshua Cheater. Number 12, Drew Pipe. Number 18, Ben Tizard. Number 1, Noah O'Brien. Number 31, Simon Russell. Bench staff includes Aaron Walsh, Arlene Cheater, Jeremy Cheater, Matthew Lewis, and Steve Barnes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it. The St. John Caps are your U11AA Joe Fontaine Memorial Tournament champions. Theo Yatcher with High Button Sports. Thanks so much for